2,000 years ago, in the bustling port city of Alexandria, Egypt, there stood a temple to human knowledge unlike anything the ancient world had ever seen. The Library of Alexandria was not merely a building filled with scrolls. It was the intellectual heart of civilization itself, a place where philosophers from across the Mediterranean came to study geometry and logic, where mathematicians advanced the science of numbers, where physicians preserved medical texts from Mesopotamia and Persia, where poets and playwrights contributed their greatest works. Founded in the 3rd century before Christ under the reign of Ptolemy I, the Library of Alexandria grew to become an unparalleled repository of human wisdom. At its height, it contained hundreds of thousands of papyrus scrolls. Some ancient writers claimed as many as 700,000. Others suggested more conservative estimates of 200,000 or 300,000 scrolls. We will never know the exact number, but the library was unquestionably the largest collection of written knowledge in the ancient world. Its holdings spanned science, mathematics, philosophy, literature, history, medicine, and astronomy. It was a place where the accumulated wisdom of 1,000 years of human civilization was gathered under one roof. But the Library of Alexandria would not survive intact to the modern age. Instead, it experienced a violent and prolonged destruction that has been shrouded in historical debate and legendary embellishment for centuries. The most widely accepted account points to the year 48 BC, when Julius Caesar arrived in Alexandria to support the Egyptian queen, Cleopatra, against her rival brother, Ptolemy XIII. The conflict escalated into warfare. As Caesar's fleet faced destruction by Ptolemy's naval forces, Caesar made a desperate decision. He ordered his soldiers to set fire to the Egyptian ships docked in the harbor, hoping to prevent their escape and preserve his own position. But the flames spread rapidly beyond the docks. They consumed the waterfront. They reached buildings beyond the harbor. And according to the Roman historian Plutarch, who visited Alexandria years later and documented what he learned, the great library fell victim to the conflagration. The fire that was meant to stop a naval threat instead destroyed an irreplaceable portion of humanity's intellectual heritage. How much knowledge was lost in that single fire? Ancient sources disagree. The philosopher Seneca the Younger, writing decades after the event and citing sources that have since been lost, reported that 40,000 scrolls burned. Other authors, writing centuries later, suggested the number was far higher, perhaps 400,000 or even 700,000. The exact count remains unknown, but historians now believe that at least a significant section of the library's collection was destroyed, likely in a warehouse or annex near the harbor where scrolls were stored. Yet the Library of Alexandria did not end with Caesar's fire. It survived and continued to function as an intellectual center. But its troubles were far from over. For nearly 3.5 centuries after Caesar's initial destruction, the library faced further deterioration. Some scholarship and additional fires may have occurred during the Palmyrene crisis in the 270s AD, when the Roman Emperor Aurelian besieged Alexandria and much of the city burned. By the 4th century AD, as Christianity became the dominant religion throughout the Roman Empire, the pagan temple and library complex faced new threats. In 391 AD, a Christian mob, incited by the Bishop of Alexandria, attacked the Serapeum, the daughter library that housed important collections. The Serapeum was destroyed, its sanctuary demolished, and its intellectual treasures were lost or dispersed. In 415 AD, the mathematician and philosopher Hypatia of Alexandria, a symbol of pagan learning, was murdered by Christian extremists, marking a dark moment in the intellectual decline of the city. What is crucial to understand is that the Library of Alexandria was not destroyed in a single catastrophic moment. Modern scholars now recognize that it suffered from a long process of decline, damage, and degradation spanning centuries. Each conflagration, each political upheaval, each shift in religious and cultural priorities took its toll. Successive fires, the economic decline of Alexandria, changing priorities of rulers, and ultimately the intellectual shift toward Christianity meant that the great repository of ancient knowledge gradually disappeared. Some texts were saved when Mark Antony allegedly gave Cleopatra 200,000 scrolls from the Library of Pergamum to replenish collections. Some knowledge was preserved in the memories and manuscripts of scholars who fled the city, but the majority of what the library contained was lost forever. What perished with the Library of Alexandria was immeasurable. We lost countless works of ancient Greek and Roman philosophy, science, and literature that exist only in fragmentary references in surviving texts. We lost technical treatises on mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and engineering that might have advanced human knowledge centuries earlier. We lost plays by ancient dramatists whose names are now forgotten. We lost histories that could have illuminated the ancient world. We lost the complete works of philosophers whose ideas are known to us only through quotations and secondhand accounts. The destruction of the library represents not merely the loss of books, but the loss of a civilization's collective memory and accumulated wisdom. It represents a moment when human knowledge was vulnerable to fire, to war, to religious zealotry, and to the simple indifference of history. The legacy of the Library of Alexandria extends far beyond ancient Egypt. It stands as a profound reminder that knowledge is precious and fragile, that the accumulation of human wisdom requires institutions, dedication, and protection, that without conscious effort to preserve what we learn and discover, we risk losing it entirely to the accidents of time and the destructive impulses of history. The Library of Alexandria burned, yes, but in its burning, it illuminates an eternal truth, that the battle to preserve knowledge is as old as civilization itself, and that the consequences of losing it echo across the centuries, impoverishing all of humanity.